Hey, what's going on, guys? Today I want to talk about GraniteShares and the new suite of funds they're looking at rolling out to compete with YieldMax, Roundhill, and some of the other covered call fund managers out there. So it looks like this is going to be their first one that they're rolling out. What a crazy day to roll out a new fund with the stock market selling off a good bit. But I just looked it up, TSYY. This is their Tesla YieldBOOST ETF, and they're aiming to generate income by selling put option contracts on the underlying Tesla linked leverage stock ETFs. So GraniteShares, I was just looking at some funds that they currently have. It looks like they have 25 funds currently, and most of them are either the 2x long or 2x short. So it looks like their two biggest funds are NVIDIA based, the NVDL, and then NVD, which is the short version. Looks like they have a Coinbase one, Gold Shares one, and then so on here. But mainly they're either 2x long or 2x short. So this looks like it's like a new category of funds that they're going to be rolling out. It looks like they're going to be offering 20 ETFs, providing exposure to income streams from popular stocks, indices, and sectors. The launch comes as investors seek alternative source of income due to low interest rates in the U.S. Interest rates are kind of high. I mean, 4.5%. But it will seek to capitalize on this demand by providing a new income generating strategy for investors. So scrolling down a little bit further. Yeah, so they launched today. I think they started out at $25. And, obviously their goal is to generate income from selling put option contracts. So that might be a little bit different from YieldMax, where YieldMax is kind of selling calls. We'll have to wait a couple of days to see what their holdings is going to be. That'll be interested to see what they kind of are implementing as far as their strategy goes. So yeah, 20 ETFs. Looks like they're going to be targeting. Their CEO says, we're excited to launch this first ETF in our YieldBOOST option income suite. GraniteShares YieldBOOST will seek to generate income from selling put options. So here's some of the other funds they're looking at rolling out. GraniteShares SNL ETF suite. Also, that's just what this one's going to be. YieldBOOST TQQQY. Then they got their SPY version. They got their small cap, biotech, financials, gold miners, semiconductors. So pretty much all the big sectors, all the big caps, China, US Treasuries, Bitcoin, Apple, AMD, Amazon, Baba, Coin, Meta, Microsoft, NVIDIA, and Tesla. So pretty cool there. We'll see. It'll probably take some time for the SEC to approve a lot of these funds and so forth there. But yeah, definitely keep an eye out for these funds that are going to be getting rolled out. If you're going to be looking for, possibly a different alternative for income, right? So not a whole lot of information as far as what kind of yields they're going to be targeting. Let's go back here actually real quick and go to TSYY. So with it being a brand new fund, we don't have a whole lot of data. Opened up at $25. Once again, very volatile day to be added to the stock market. It was pretty solid in the morning, then just dropped off with the FOMC meeting. But yeah, we'll see. It's hard to really get a take of what this fund, what kind of yield. And I will have to definitely do some more research as more data comes out. I just don't know exactly what all is within this fund. So it's hard for me to really kind of see what it's all about. So this is another news article. But, other than that, not a whole lot of data as far as what kind of yields they're targeting. Looks like they're just going to be trying to sell put options. But yeah, stay tuned for that. They did ring the bell today. GraniteShares rings the bell, or rings the closing bell, rather. as they, roll out their new fund here. But yeah, guys, that's a quick little update video on GraniteShares. Rolling out. Okay, so this is their website. I don't know if they even have it listed on here yet. Here we go. So TSYY, here we go. So maybe there's some more information here. Yeah, so there's not a lot of data yet, and we'll check back once this data comes in. But the overall objective, like we've talked about, is to see current income. Whereas a lot of their other funds is 2x leveraged. So this is a newer fund category for them. The fund's secondary investment objective is to seek exposure to the performance where... Oh, okay. So they might be selling put options on their leveraged funds. So that's something that I'm just now learning of. That's potentially what they could be doing. This could be even more. The IV on some of these are definitely a lot higher. High income potential. We don't know the performance yet. It's going to be Tesla based. So they're looking at, according to this, it looks like a 60% yield. Is that what they're going to be projecting? That would be pretty crazy. So let's see if we can see anything in this article here, or this, so 1.07, that's going to be the expense ratio. Fund strategy will cap its potential gains of the underlying Tesla ETFs. So it does not directly invest in underlying Tesla ETF. Okay, so here's the fund will sell put contracts either directly or through swap contracts on the underlying Tesla ETF, for which it will receive potential increase in the price of the underlying Teslas. Okay, selling in the money put option. So the put option contract sold by the fund may vary in regards to their strike prices from 40% of the money to 10% in the money, and the maturity from 1 week to 1 month. Interesting. Okay, so it looks like they are detailing a little bit of their strategy that they're looking at implementing here. So they have two examples: selling it in the money put option contract with 1 month, or selling it out of the money put contract with 1 week. Okay, so it looks like they might be selling a little bit more aggressive on the month contracts, and then out of the money selling a little bit more conservative. Looks like they might be implementing flex put option contracts. So just definitely still a lot of unknowns still, though. But that is something that I'm learning. So it looks like they might be targeting like TSLL, and that would be pretty wild. There it is right there. Okay. So this fund intends to initial reference the following products as the underlying Tesla ETF. So they're going to be selling contracts on TSLL, which is their 2x Tesla ETF. Okay. Okay. And then also so there's another one. Okay. So there's a oh, I'm sorry. This isn't theirs. It's actually another fund manager. Then they have the Rex TSLT. Okay. Okay. So it looks like they might be doing a combination of all three of these for I guess diversification. The fund may reference additional products as the underlying Tesla ETF as market and liquidity develop. Okay, so interesting. But yeah, that's I guess a brief little walkthrough. Stay tuned. because like I mentioned, as more data comes out, it'll be a little bit easier to kind of understand exactly how they're going to kind of combat things. I do know the TSLL IV, if we look up that real quick, is very high. So TSLL IV 143. So that's pretty similar to like MSTR. It's actually higher than MSTR, but so yeah, I 2x leveraged Tesla. So I imagine Tesla is probably in the 70 range. Yeah, so 72 for Tesla. So TSLL. So I imagine that the premiums on this ETF are going to be very high, because anytime you have a leveraged fund, the volatility is very high. Obviously 143 is pretty high for a ETF. So I imagine the distribution has the potential to be very high. It means it could drop, very quickly, as well as fast, just as fast as it can go up. And that's, yeah, some interesting things to note there. But yeah, guys, that's going to be it for today's video. So GraniteShares, high level, are looking to roll out a new suite of funds, and it looks like they're actually going to be targeting the leveraged version of ETFs. So I imagine they're probably going to target a lot of their own, so like Nvidia, Coinbase, and then we saw SPY, QQQ, the Russell 2000. So they're going to be targeting a lot of those, and I imagine these yields are going to be pretty high. Obviously because they're leveraged and their IVs are much higher when these funds are leveraged. But yeah, guys, definitely stay tuned. Let me know what you think down below. It'll be interesting to see how these things can compete with the YieldMax and some of the other high income covered call / cash secured put funds out there. But yeah, stay tuned. Once again, the new ticker symbol is TSYY. I think that's what it was, right? TSYY. But yeah, I'll leave this link to their website down below. And yeah, let me know your thoughts. Looks like they are paying monthly distributions, so similar to some of the other YieldMax funds. It'll be interesting to see if they do like a different weekly or different monthly schedule, like on different weeks. I think that'll be interesting to see if they can implement something like that. I feel like that's almost definitely needed to compete with YieldMax for sure. But yeah, guys, that's it for today's video. Sorry, it's a little bit longer than normal. But yeah, let me know your thoughts down below. Please like and subscribe. Appreciate it.